Well, hey there, my friends. A little bit breezy out here today, but 1 year having this bicycle. And tell you what, I'm really happy with my purchase thus far. I finally get on the bike path that I haven't been able to get on for a while. It's been closed off. I'm right about, oh, there's some birds flying. Cool. Got some ducks cruising. It's like I ain't been able to be on this bike path all summer. It's been closed off right about up here, right around the corner here. I don't know, is where it was all flooded out and it was full of sand and logs and all kinds of other stuff. So we'll see how well they've cleaned it up. Still a lot of sand. It's still pretty full. All this sand right here was normally not here. But at least I got this little spot here all cleared up. They had to get all the sand out of here. So the bike path's back opened up again. Wow. All that sand right there, that was all covering over the top of this. That usually dropped down lower. And that big old pile of sand right there, that's right in front of the water there, that was never there before. And it's been closed off about 4 months now because of flooding. But I'm just out here on a nice little ride. Give you guys my 1 year review of this bicycle. So in 1 year, I have replaced back tires and my front tire. This is my 4th tire. The tires that it came with are no longer on it. I've cycled through all 3 of them and up to the tire that's on it now. So I've had within the 1 year that I've had it, I've got approximately 3,000 miles on it. But my odometer says I got 400 because it keeps resetting. And it don't light up, which is really frustrating when you ride at nighttime as much as I do and I can't see anything. But it's been a good purchase so far. I got it on the Affirm thingy, so I'm making payments by the month. So I was a little worried about buying a bike, and 6 months after I bought it, all of a sudden it wasn't running no more. But so far so good. I mean, everything's on it. Really, really nice. And these tires here on the back that I got for it, those are 4x5s. So I got a bigger tire for the back when I got these tires on it. And this tire up front right here, out there's it's a moped 4x20. And it runs really well. And since I've got these tires, and my liners are by these guys right here, and I put the liners in, and since I put these liners in, I have not gotten a flat tire as of yet. And my basket back here, in the last 2 months or so, the zipper is broken, and so that didn't last a year, but that's not all that important. And everything that's gone wrong with this bike is really nothing that affects my riding with it. And it still rides like a dream. And there's little things that kind of suck, but you know, that you would expect, I guess. I can't expect perfection, even though this thing is really expensive. But tell you what, it took me about 3 months or so before I was really used to riding it the way it goes up onto 2 wheels all the time and through the corners and everything. But I like to ride fast, and so I'm going up on 2 wheels a lot because I like to go fast. You don't have to go as fast as I did, but it took me about 3 months to really learn how to ride it, you know, and anticipate how things were going to go. But so far, extremely happy with my purchase. And I would advise anybody, buy one. And I know there's a variety of different manufacturers out there, but none of the other ones got the 750 watt motor up front. So none of them got the power that this one does. So if this one's too powerful for you, there are other ones on the market that aren't as powerful as this. But I like it because of the power that's in it. And it helps it climb hills better, which people have got to be careful on the hills, because when you go on an uphill incline and all of a sudden you run out of juice where you can't get to the top, and you got to figure out a way to how to get it back down that hill, that there will get your attention sometimes. So you got to be careful on those. And here's another spot where was flooded out right through here. Another spot they had to work on. So there was quite a bit of damage on our bike paths this summer to start the year with. So it shut down an awful lot of our bike paths, so I couldn't really go anywhere. That's why I really haven't done any videoing this year. I've only been able to go out on the animal reserve, and it's all dirt out there and everything. I love riding out there. It's one of my favorite places, but I also like riding here because I'm right along the river. So it's a lot of fun. I sure hope you guys have all had yourselves a good summer and all that good stuff. And any of you that have gotten one, I hope you guys have learned how to ride it, because they can be dangerous. Don't be afraid of them. And I practice putting it up on two wheels just so that I can be comfortable with it being up on two wheels. Even when I'm going down the straightaway, I kind of wiggle the wheel back and forth a little bit, and it'll get it to come up by turning the wheel back and forth, and it'll bring it up on two wheels for you. And I practice stuff like that when I'm going slow, so that I know how to react in the event that something happens. Because there are some tight corners you'll come across if you're going super fast, and it'll get your attention, that's for sure. These are not like a bicycle. But don't let them scare you. Just be aware that you're not on a bicycle, and that you're good chance you're gonna come up on two wheels. And just prepare yourself for it when you're going into the corners. Get yourself slowed down. And I know my brakes, I've had to adjust my brakes twice in the year that I've had it. So 2 brake adjustments so far. And tire number 4 up front. But the first one, I was really getting used to how the bike rode. So I was kind of going through that tire a lot faster than I did my next tire. So it's as I've gotten used to riding it, I've gone through less pieces of rubber. And now that I got this moped tire, it really grabs traction real well, and I can cruise pretty much anywhere I want with it. And tire inflation is very important, and it'll adjust the way that the back end rides and everything. I'm riding on 20 pounds of pressure on mine, and some people might want to go a little bit less tire pressure than that, but I run mine at 20 pounds of tire pressure. And it seems to get the best traction, and it doesn't drain my battery, and rides pretty smooth over the bumps. And I've dropped it down to 15, and it was really comfortable because it was not as bouncy, but it would drain my battery a lot faster when I had the tire pressure down so low. And learning how to sit in the seat to go over bumps and to make turns and stuff like that took a little while to get used to, but I've learned as long as you don't get too deep in the seat, and you can make corners and let it come up on 2 wheels and all that stuff like that, as long as you ain't got your back applied and too much pressure to the back. And it's okay to ride comfortably with your back up against, but it definitely matters. Whoa, going into the wind big now. Groundhogs everywhere, and it's a breezy day, as you guys can obviously tell with the wind. that's the nice thing about these electric bikes. Even on a heavy wind day like this, you can still go out and ride and have a good time. But instead of making you guys endure all that heavy wind blowing, I'm just, within the 1 year that I've had this bike, I have to say I'm extremely happy with my purchase, even though I've replaced every single tire on the bike, and there are a few little things like the odometer resetting itself. I don't know exactly how many miles I have on it. I know it reset itself at 2,000 miles. It reset itself again at 500 miles, and it's now at 460 miles. And so I'm sure it's going to reset itself again. So in the 1 year I've had it, I've put almost approximately 3,000 miles on it, and I am extremely happy with my purchase, I have to say. And I still got a year's left of payments to make on it yet, so I think it's going to make it before it breaks down. And I am using the living crap out of it. So if you are going to do it the way I did it on the monthly payments, don't be scared. I don't think it's going to break on you in the time that you're paying for it. It's a 2-year purchase with a firm app that I went on. So, but it's been worth the money, and I used the crap out of it. I used to get me back and forth to work and everything, and in my recreation riding too. And it's been a little bit of a lifesaver for me after having my heart attack, not thinking I was going to be able to come out here and enjoy all of this all the time. I'm going to be able to see a beautiful sunset tonight while I'm out here, and this is gorgeous, and it's all because I get to ride this sucker. So you guys all have yourselves a good weekend, and I'm going to get back out here and ride around in the wind and not subject you guys to the wind blowing in your ear. So you guys have a good one, and we'll get you on the next video. Have a good one. Bye.